Miss? Aren't you feeling well? If there's something I can do, just tell me. Don't be afraid.
Oh, please help me. Take me away from here quickly. Please drive me to town.
All right. But what's the matter? What happened to you?
I live nearby. Some men broke into my house while I was asleep. They tried to kill me. But I escaped through a window and ran as far as here. We must hurry. They can't be far behind now. I'm so glad you're here.
So am I. Clumsy idiots. He almost slipped through our fingers. Get rid of the body and wait for further instructions. I'm taking the first plane.
What must I do to forget you? What must I do to be free? I'm so afraid that you trap me forever and that I'll never be able to sever the hold you have on me. Life has become one long nightmare. You stay along endless nights. I'm just a pawn in the game that you're playing. Yet I keep staying, still I keep praying. You're free from my light. You cast your spell and I can't escape your brand of witchcraft. I just can't take. Please go and find someone else who'll be only too happy to love you and suffer and never be free. In the beginning I loved you, but all I feel now is hate. So I'll keep waiting till somebody takes you, somebody makes you suffer and breaks you, and then we'll be free. Cast a spell and I can't escape your grasp of witchcraft. I just can't take. Go and find someone else who'll be only too happy to love you and suffer and never be free.
Amerikanis Vostjol.
Put Vostjol. I'm very happy to see you again, Major Taylor.
So am I, Dalukan.
It's been a long time since I saw you last.
Ah, yes, nearly 3 years, but I've continued to follow your activities with great interest from a distance, of course.
I, too, have been interested in yours.
Shall we make ourselves comfortable over here? Mm-hmm. Vodka or whiskey?
Whiskey for me.
If you promise not to interpret my action as a concession to capitalistic interests, I'll have a whiskey, too. Shall I begin?
Please do.
3 days ago, in Holland, on a country road near Antwerp, Dutch police discovered the body of a young girl, apparently named Lee Van Cleef. That she was employed by your Central Intelligence Agency we know, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Naturally, you think we were involved in her abrupt end.
Aren't we right?
No.
I must confess I'd have been very astonished had you invited me here to declare the contrary.
It's the truth, Major Taylor. I have requested this meeting to make you the offer of an alliance.
Against whom?
The organization. A private spy association.
Were they the ones who killed the girl?
Yes. And I assure you it's no source of satisfaction to us that this time their victims were the Americans. Too often in the past they've been Russians.
Now I'm convinced their dangerousness was underestimated when they first started their activities, although at that time they were limited to industrial spying for the big international business combines.
Wouldn't this be a good moment to have them removed?
That's already been tried, I imagine.
I just happen to have some new evidence, which I offer you.
Excuse the ingenuousness of my question, but why don't you use it?
That's obvious, my dear Major. The more time and energy you expend on the organization, the less you'll have for Russia.
I wouldn't count on that if I were you.
Anyway, we know that the organization was born and bred in the Western Hemisphere, just like the subject of this photograph.
Jasmin von Wittijn Schloss, Vienna.
Which one? The tall one, doing the Mekiwara.
You'll be okay, Ross.
This is the daughter of Henry Dvorak, whom we suspect to be the brain behind the organization. Their code name for him has always been Mr. A. Ever since her mother died, the girl has been living with her maternal grandmother in Vienna. It's your job to get to know her. You can make love to her, blackmail her, torture her, even marry her if you want to, but you must absolutely succeed in finding out her father's present whereabouts and what name he's now using.
But isn't she pretty young for such grown-up entertainment?
Very funny, Walter. Obviously, that snapshot was taken years ago. Right now, she must be 19 or 20.
Now you're beginning to arouse my interest.
Watch out. You can be sure of one thing in this case. To prevent you from being able to find Mr. A barrier of the world's worst customers will be set up between you and the girl. The organization has practically limitless funds available to it and has already infiltrated the intelligence services of several countries,
Including our own.
For security reasons, you will be working by yourself.
Once I've found Mr. A, what happens then?
Henry Dvorak was a brilliant secret agent. In fact, he was one of the few who could be said to have had a hand in changing the course of history. The services he rendered for us during the last war were invaluable. But we discovered that in recent years he has been directly or indirectly responsible for a series of atrocious crimes and has become a most dangerous menace to the security of half the world. It's up to you to decide what to do when you find Dvorak. The 3rd Special Division trained you to make such decisions. I want you to have this little present. In the name of all the men we've lost because of the organization. The latest victim was a 26-year-old Dutch girl. You can make up your own mind later whether you want to use this bullet or keep it as a good luck charm.
Excuse me, Professor. The men are ready on the yacht.
Now don't run away.
Ah, this wonderful sunshine. The weather in Holland was awful, terrible.
Let's go below. Take a good look at this man. We haven't been able to find out his name yet, but his code identification is 3S3. That is secret agent number 3 of the 3rd Special Division. He has been assigned to a mission that concerns the organization and which has brought him to Europe. He is now in Austria. Although we don't know the exact purpose of this mission, if Washington has seen fit to call on the 3rd Special Division, that means 2 things. 1, that they've decided to go all out this time, and 2, they're following a new lead. Naturally, I reported this information to Mr. A, who decided that this is a job that will be taken care of by you, of the command cell. Therefore, Noble and Salkoff will leave for Austria immediately, where you will receive further instructions in detail. Any questions? Excuse me, Professor. Will we be able to contact our local men once we are there?
If necessary. Bear in mind that the agents of the 3rd Special Division are authorized to kill, even if it's not in legitimate defense. Yes, you can too, but only after you've learned the purpose of the mission of 3S3.
Jasmine, are you going out in all this cold?
Yes, Granny.
Well, I suppose you know what you're doing. What time will you be back?
I don't know. Maybe late this evening.
At least you could have the chauffeur drive you, couldn't you?
I'd rather go alone.
She's just young.
make my life complete. 'Cause I know. Come on, baby, let me tell ya all the things I wanna say. Come on, baby, let me tell ya all the things I wanna say. Everybody's gonna be happy with me, you and me, my love. Everybody's gonna be happy with me, you and me, my love. And I know that you and me, and I know that you and me be happy, happy after we can be. Because I know. Come on, baby, let me tell ya.
Forget it. You'll never make it.
Come on, baby, let me tell ya.
Take me on.
I'll take anybody on.
Alles gut.
Ach, doch noch nicht jetzt.
May I have the pleasure of dancing with you?
Du auch mal auf der anderen Seite.
There's no music.
I guess we can solve that little problem.
Out of order. Yeah, too bad it's broke.
Well, that fixes that.
Ich weiß nicht, wir gehen lieber.
Technical difficulties. But only temporary, I see.
I'm not in the mood anymore.
I just don't have anything.
Your luck's been pretty good up to now. But you better not push it. Finish your drink. And clear out of here.
But I'm just beginning to have fun. This place is more jumpy than a flea circus.
Okay. All right. You win. You can dance with our girls if you want.
Including yours?
Yeah, sure.
Tired of waiting for you. So tired of waiting for you. I was a lonely soul, I had nobody till I met you. But you keeping me waiting all of the time. What can I do? It's your life, and you can do what you want.
13 noir. You know what?
That's the 5th time in a row that you've won with 13. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is your lucky night.
Merci pour les employés, mademoiselle. Messieurs, dames, faites vos jeux. On peut faire. Faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît.
Can't come up for the 6th time. I'd better try the reverse, 31.
Messieurs, dames. Messieurs, dames.
Play, what are you waiting for? It's luckier to wait till the last moment.
Les jeux sont faits. Rien ne va plus. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, too late. Trente-et-un noir, impair et passe.
No. I live over there.
Cozy little cottage.
That's why I go out as much as possible.
Aren't you going to ask me up for a drink?
Oh, I have a grandmother who tears my friends limb from limb if they're not descended from the Crusaders.
Well, so you're descended from the Crusaders. I might have known it. I see. 100% blue blood.
Oh, no, you're mistaken. Only half my blood's blue. The other half's black, from the pirates.
Oh.
My father,
Your father?
he's an extraordinary character. Really unbelievable.
In what way?
Someday I'll tell you.
When am I going to see you again? Someplace where we can be alone together.
I have my own studio where I sometimes do a little painting. We could go there one day.
Let's make it tomorrow, then.
Oh, no, that's impossible. What about Sunday afternoon?
So far off?
I'll be there at 6. Number 4 Schulhof.
Salko, here comes the car.
Donnerwetter, hier muss ja was ganz Großartiges passiert sein.
Häuslich. Oh, my magazine.
Here you are, young lady.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm very worried, Salkov. Last night I received new orders from headquarters, and I don't need to tell you how they reacted to our first lack of success. But that isn't all. They say, since we were unable to break the contact between those two before it became dangerous, we are now ordered to eliminate them both. Yes, the girl as well. Naturally, I immediately asked for confirmation. By direct line and in the personal code of Mr. A. It arrived 2 hours ago. I'll repeat it word for word. Proceed with instructions as ordered. Failure inadmissible. What can a man think of? Of what stuff is he made? When to defend his safety, he orders the death of his own daughter. Maybe I'm just growing old. I know. It won't be easy. The boy is tough, and after that trick with his car, he'll be more on his guard. We'll approach him through the girl. And I'm beginning to see how. Have you ever seen any of Mr. A's handwritten orders? Then it wouldn't be difficult for you, with those talented hands, capable of imitating any handwriting, to pen just 2 lines over our chief's signature.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Mr. Dvorak.
My name is really von Wittheim.
Von Wittheim is one of your names, but I use the other because it's the daughter of Henry Dvorak whom I wish to address. Please permit me to deliver this letter.
From my father. My dear Jasmine, the man who gives you this letter has my complete trust. If he asks you to do something for him, do it as if you were doing it for me. I hope to see you soon. With fond affection, H.D. How is he? When can I see him again? Is he still in Lebanon?
You mustn't ask me questions to which I'm not able, nor permitted to reply. Your father's former profession created many enemies for him, so that now he is obliged to maintain the strictest incognito.
But how can I be of use?
There's a young man whom you met recently, a young American who has presented himself as a romantic suitor, and in reality is an agent sent by your father's enemies. He must tell me what his intentions are, and I must convince him to abandon his plans.
In what way?
Oh, nothing dramatic, don't worry. The fact that he has been discovered should be enough to stop him.
But are you sure that he's the same person I know?
He followed you for 3 days before choosing the right moment for a meeting that would seem casual. Fortunately, we were following too.
Very well. I'm meeting him tomorrow at 6 in my studio. Number 4 Schulhoff.
Here we are, Mr. Dvorak. This is one of our most trusted men. He'll stay here with you.
You promised. You told me there wouldn't be any violence.
Why, of course there won't. And because we wish to avoid any complications, and to prevent any violent reactions from him, we've taken the precaution of bringing this along. It's a simple sleeping draught. So his suspicions won't be aroused. You must drink with him, just a sip. There'll be no ill effects. Do you think you can manage? Otherwise, we'll try something else.
Very well, I'll do it. But let's be quick about it.
Congratulations. You're a brave young lady.
I'm only doing it for my father.
Nearly 5 o'clock. Within another hour, he'll be here.
Showing his pretty face.
Even secret agents can sometimes be held up by traffic, you know.
Yeah. At last, there he is.
Where do you think you're going? We don't have to do anything. If they drink the poison, they won't know they're dead. If not, Salkov has his own way. All we have to worry about is transportation.
Oh, well, hello.
Sorry I'm late.
Something has happened. Find out. Take a good look around. But watch out, the elevator's coming down. It can't be Salkov. He didn't give the signal. No, wait! Don't shoot!
There's no one here, Jasmine. Your friends have gone away. And we're all alone, just like we were supposed to be. Too bad you felt you had to pull that little trick on me. Now you have to tell me why. And who ordered you to. And since you're a friend of mine, I'll let you decide if it's better to speak up or be forced to talk.
Very well. Since you offer me my choice. But how did you know someone was here?
I'm suspicious by nature and by profession. When I have a date with a girl, I always like to make sure she's left her hoods behind.
Oh, well, a girl can't always be sure what a new man is like. What shall it be, whiskey or cognac?
Vodka, if you don't mind. Well, here's health, as they say. Hey, how long have you been around? Just to kill me, you'd commit suicide?
What are you saying?
Or somebody tried to kill you, too. One sip of this stuff and a man's troubles would be over in 5 seconds. Or a woman's.
It can't be true. It's impossible.
We must find your father.
Mr. A's orders were categorical. Failure on that mission was inadmissible. And you failed. You're getting too old. You've become useless. And useless men are dangerous to the organization.
I'm sorry, but I know I did everything possible. If you want me to, next time I can keep in closer touch with you.
There won't be any next time, Noble. I have transferred the cell's command to Jackie Yen.
What about me? What will I do?
You must wait. Just wait.
Find Karina.
Right away, sir.
I've been trying to find you all day. Come, I've got to talk to you.
You seem upset, little uncle.
Listen, the moment has come for us to go away together.
That old story. You said that at least 100 times, and we're still here.
This time it's true, and we have to leave tonight.
You're making fun of me.
But no, I should have been far away by now. Because of you, I waited. I don't even know.
Oh, it's wonderful, little uncle. First we'll go to Europe, and then to America.
We'll go to lots of places. It won't be a good idea to stay long anywhere.
And how will you introduce me to everyone? As your wife or as your daughter?
We'll have lots of time to think about that, my dear. Now give me back my glasses. You know I can't see without them. Karina. Come on. Let's not play games.
Ah, Bellamy. All alone?
Yes.
Noble is always late.
This time it's not really his fault.
Any complications?
No.
We received a report from Vienna an hour ago. It's bad. They've lost trace of both the American agent and the girl.
That means they're probably together. And that before long they'll show up right here.
That's why the professor has ordered a band of protection all around Beirut to cover the public bars, the station, the airport, nightclubs, houses, hotels, everywhere. I have pictures of them both. Copies must be made immediately and distributed to our men.
I'll take care of everything, Jackie, don't worry. And I'll come to report to you frequently.
Not too often people will notice you.
Only after dark.
Listen. This time I want to take care of the American agent in my own way. You can tell the professor. You can make all the plans you want. They'll only vanish in thin air. Just tell me when he gets to Beirut. I'll go to his place, and I'll break his neck.
I'm so tired. I'd better get some sleep.
I'll take you up in the elevator. $12.16 and $12.17.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Excuse me. Sir? The gentleman who was just here lent me this and forgot to take it back. Could I leave it for him?
Certainly.
Thank you. You won't forget.
Oh, no, sir.
Looking for me?
I hear you want a copy of the New York Times.
Yes, if it's the latest issue.
Of course. With President Johnson's press conference. Lieutenant Shari, Ahmed to the Allies and my friends.
Shall we sit over there? To tell you the truth, I expected you at the airport.
I was there, but first I wanted to make sure they weren't tailing you. You've fallen into a hornet's nest.
Oh, don't worry, Ahmed. Beginning tomorrow, you're in it, too. There's a little job I can't take care of myself.
Did you get Dvorak's address from the girl?
Not yet. She agreed to come here, providing she could go to see her father by herself. She promised to make an appointment for me, too.
An appointment? My, what are you telling her?
No more than I have to. That an official American agency, which I represent, is proposing a collaboration with him.
Did it go down?
She's been informed about his war service for us by me, but not about what's happened afterwards.
But he knows what's happened. Once she mentions you, it won't take him long to be aware that something's up.
We'll beat her to him. We have to.
can't get to sleep.
The lighter's in my jacket.
What's this?
A kind of good luck charm.
What's the letter A stand for?
I don't even know myself. Not yet.
I wish I had some good luck charm for tomorrow.
Is that the man?
Mm-hmm.
Shall I go down?
You don't have time. I'll take care of him. This is a small transistor radio. It automatically transmits an intermittent neutral signal and runs continuously for 90 hours. And here we have the receiver. With a range of 4 miles, a pretty good margin for security. I've managed to take care of Jasmine's car so the gas tank is almost half empty. And once you've discovered where Mr. A is, it doesn't matter what you see. Don't get too close and don't do anything on your own. It's better for you to come back with just a little to report than not to come back at all.
Now be careful. And you, watch out for that guy down there.
It's important that he doesn't see you leave. I'll go first and get him out of here.
Here. I've drawn up a map of the coast. This island is called Rabbit Island. It'll make an excellent base for operations. Only one fisherman's family there, and they work for us. In front of it is an old wreck. The reef makes it a graveyard of ships.
I'll hire a motorboat at Bilbos. I brought you this. It's a present.
It's beautiful. How'd you find a store open so early?
I used a skeleton key. You won't have to worry about the car. I filled the tank up myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so long. I'll be waiting for you.
You're not coming downstairs?
Upstairs, I can say a better goodbye. Come on, speak up. Who sent you?
Didn't you ask me for a beer?
Perhaps I did.
Good morning, monsieur.
I'd like to rent a motorboat. I was told to see you.
$7 a day. And it's all yours, monsieur. Except for the gasoline.
How soon can you give it to me?
Whenever you want.
out of here, you two.
Say, look here. I'm afraid that you're making a mistake.
It's no mistake. Oh.
Hello? Stay there. I'll be right over.
What is it? Where are you going?
Go back to sleep.
Nobody down here. Then he's hiding in a house. We'll have to search them one by one. Start up there, you two.
Open up.
Hey, Buster, you trying to break down the house?
Excuse me, but we're searching for a dangerous delinquent.
The only delinquent I know is my husband, but he isn't home right now.
Look there.
That's blood, lady.
Of course it's blood. I cut myself.
Better take a look around. Close the door.
Nobody. Come on.
I'll come back to apologize when I'm alone.
They've gone away. I was afraid you'd be drowned by now.
Oh, no. I had a life preserver.
Well? Nobody here. He must be outside the quarter. We'll keep on looking. Come on.
You've got a good heart, and that's not all.
Oh, it's a pleasure to do something for a man like you, so young and muscular.
I assure you the pleasure's all mine. You're so pretty and unmuscular.
I'll give you one of my husband's shirts.
I'm going to need to find a motorboat to get out of here. Perhaps you can tell me where.
My husband's is tied up to the West Mole. You can take it.
Won't he mind?
That's why I told you to take it. All of the courtyards around here are connecting. You can get almost to the mole without using the street. I wish you good luck.
I've had the good luck to meet you.
يلا بينا نشوفه.
Need any help?
I'm afraid I've run out of gasoline.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm running for myself. What a pity. The nearest filling station is Mukhtar, about 60 miles from here. I'd be glad to give you a lift there, but then you'll have to find some way of getting back.
Oh, I'm not going nearly so far as the town.
Oh.
Only about 20 miles from here.
Then I'll be delighted to take you. You can send for the car.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Oh, I'm only doing my duty.
That's where I'm going.
My duty.
Coming to Rabbit Island, too?
Not right away, Omar. I'll come later. It's a hot day.
Welcome.
What happened to you?
It's nothing. Tell me, did you find the place?
Yes, it's a villa about 40 miles from Mutara. Right now it's empty, except for the caretakers. The owner travels a lot. He's been away now for almost a year.
What's his name?
I got in touch with my department and had them check it. James Fulbridge, age 70, Canadian passport. He has a private income and collects architectural pieces, mostly Phoenician. He came to Lebanon 10 years ago. There's no information on him before that date. It's as if he never existed.
That's when he still called himself Henry Dvorak. Is the house guarded?
Not at all. Obviously, there's nothing of interest there.
I'd like to take a look around, just the same.
All taken care of. The caretaker's daughter is going to leave the gate open for me tonight.
Congratulations.
Huh? Have you seen Jasmine?
No. I've been avoiding her. I don't know what to say to her.
I bet she has something to say to you.
Can you drive?
Yes, of course.
Then leave right away for the Fallbridge place. You'll take a car, and there'll be 3 men in a truck with 10 cans of gasoline. Get the caretakers out of there and transfer them to one of our centers in Syria or Jordan. Then have your men set fire to the villa. Well?
In my opinion, it's not such a good idea. Mr. A isn't the type to leave a trail behind him. So then why should we be the ones to call attention to that particular place?
Listen, my friend. I don't need your opinion. Every time one of you tries to think, everything blows sky high. So don't forget. I give the orders, and you obey them.
Actually, it's Mr. A who gives the orders, and to you too. And I'm sure that if he had been present here in the last 5 months, not one single thing would have gone wrong. Are you asking for a bullet?
Who says Mr. A isn't here right now?
Never from behind, my dear. Face to face, let your conscience be your guide.
Who's that? I don't know. No one ever comes here. I'll go and see.
man driving the car is the one I wounded this morning at Byblos.
Be quick about it. Then report back to me in town.
يلا يا اولاد عزلوا تانك البنزين.
What the devil are they doing?
Those are gasoline cans. I'll tell you what they're doing. They're going to burn down the house.
I can't stand heat. Let's go.
If they decided to destroy the house, there must be something here, and we've got to find it.
Well, I have to admit your reasoning is sound.
First, we must take care of our friends downstairs.
What a night. To think it got off to such a good start.
كويس كويس يلا بينا علي ايوه عايز ايه خدت التانك ايوه انا هجيبها كويس يلا شد حيلك يلا يا جماعه زق ما تزقش كده يا اخي انا عملت لك حاجه ما كده لا لا معلش خلصت انا عملت لك حاجه سمر جميل صبر طيب بدأ تقيل قوي هيا ساعدك حاجه يلا شيل يا علي شيل كويس كويس بص من ناحيتي خلي بالك شويه من هنا اللي في الركن ده
Raise your hand. And don't make a move.
موتهم كلهم
Watch out! You did a good job.
Well, let's say things worked out pretty well, huh?
Not completely, Ahmed. We could have used one of them alive.
What'll we do with these ex-Arabs?
The man they worked for must never know we were here. So we'll load them in the truck with a couple of gas cans and push the whole thing over a cliff. They had an accident and burnt up. So help me.
And the villa?
We'll burn it once we've searched it from top to bottom. What dopes we are. If we go on like this, we'll never make any headway.
Why not?
Because it's so obvious. They weren't trying to destroy some document or object they could have taken away more easily. It must be something that can't be moved, that could only be destroyed by burning down the house. But what? Aha. There must have been a switch here. See where it's been ripped off?
If there was a switch, there must be some wires, too.
Here they are.
Let's see what happens now. Nothing.
If the switch operated some mechanism, it may have been worked by a combination, probably in Morse code.
Let's try the letters HD for Henry Dvorak.
Try A for Mr. A.
Stale hair. No one's been here in a long while.
Nearly a year. Not since Fallbridge was last here. It's an electronic device that detects the presence of metals. Evidently, Mr. A preferred to receive visitors who were not armed. This smell isn't just stale air.
The search is up. If it's Mr. A you want.
علي الشمس يا علي ساعدني
Where's the girl?
She's just come out of the water.
I might have known that you were mixed up in this.
I did the only thing I could do, Jasmine. You don't know what your father's life was like and what he's been doing these last few years. He was no longer the man he used to be. He'd become the head of a criminal organization, and my orders were to get to him by fair means or foul.
Why he was? What have you done to him?
I didn't have to do anything. He's been dead for a year. I know he was killed and hidden away by one of his own men. The same men who tried to kill you. But fortunately, they're beginning to make serious errors. They already realize the heat's on, but before I'm through with them, they'll be frying in hell's fire. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I'd be glad to cut off one of my arms if it would keep you from being involved. But you're involved already, and I need your help and your trust.
I'd like to be alone now.
I've been thinking, since we have so little to go on to reconstruct the last years of Mr. A's life, there is one lead we might follow up, pertaining to archaeology. Here in Lebanon, it isn't possible there'd be so many experts who've had dealings with a collector as demanding as Fallbridge. Maybe one of them could give us some interesting information.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. But at this point, we need some quick means of creating panic and disorder right in the organization's center. A burning cigar in an ant formation. Grill all the experts you can find. I'm going to be busy. I've just remembered my embassy.
Professor Hyder?
Yes?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm conducting investigations for the insurance company with which Mr. Fallbridge insured his collection. Perhaps you heard about the fire that destroyed his villa.
Oh, yes, I believe it was terrible. A great loss to archaeology. So I understand, because Fallbridge wasn't a man to invite visitors to see his collection.
He must have had some expert who was assisting him in his research.
I believe he was often advised by Professor Dixon.
Ah, Dixon.
Good morning. I don't believe we've met before.
Good morning, Professor Dixon. I represent the company that insured the collection of Mr. Fallbridge. We're conducting an investigation in connection with the fire that destroyed his villa. Possibly you have heard about it.
Naturally. Please sit down, Mr.
Behum. We've been informed that Mr. Fallbridge frequently enjoyed your collaboration.
That is correct. Have a cigar?
No, thank you. Not right now. Mr. Fallbridge has been absent from Lebanon for many months, and we don't know where to address him. Nor do we find in our documents the name of any authorized legal representative. You see, the policy is for a very large sum of money, and we must take every precaution, especially in assessing the value. If possible, we must arrive at an exact estimate of the objects destroyed.
I'm afraid I'll be a disappointment to you. I'm only familiar with a part of the Fallbridge collection. Certainly there are some...
Follow that man and report back to Jackie Yen.
But there may be other equally valuable items that I have never seen.
Hello? Mr. Gallagher? This is Mr. Sheehan. I have a message for Mr. Jones. I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Frankly, we discourage secret agents abroad from calling on the embassy.
Well, I'm not the kind who's easily discouraged. There's something that only you people can do, and so you'll do it right now, and to the best of your ability. There's a list item that someone here is anxious to keep hushed up, and which I want spread all over Lebanon so it will echo throughout the world.
What is it?
The sudden death in an automobile accident in the States of James Falbridge, alias Henry Dvorak, the famous secret agent of the Second World War.
Henry Dvorak dead.
Dvorak's dead, all right. Now, you must give a ring of truth to the accident story. I want it to come over American news agency wire services to all the dailies in Beirut.
I'll do what I can. It'll take time.
No more than 2 days.
Ahmed.
Jasmine!
Thanks, Ahmed. 15 hours till the battery runs down.
Now that you've satisfied your conscience, don't try that again.
Get out.
Don't move from here. Wait for my orders.
Come on.
How'd you let them take you by surprise? Like this.
Two motorboats. I see them. The American must have gone.
Could be.
Now talk. Where'd you take the girl?
I don't know anything.
Who sent you here?
I don't know anything.
Who gives you your orders? Well, maybe you'd like to know how many bones there are under your slimy skin. 213. And I intend to break them all, one by one. Tell me when you've had enough.
When they want us, they call us by radio. But ours,
It's only a receiver. It doesn't transmit.
And where do they transmit from?
I don't know anything else. I'm just small fry.
You must have some idea.
On a boat. A yacht.
What are you doing here? This changes a lot of things.
I believe you. And for me, they'll change for the better. Now that the girl's the legal heiress, she's the high card in this poker deal. And I'm gonna hold it. So, sweetie, you have a pretty little face and a cute body. And if you want to keep him that way, you'll just turn that girl over to me.
I hate violence when it's used against myself. The girl's in the cellar at Rochefort. Go and get her if you want her.
I wasn't born yesterday. So you'll get dressed and come with me. And keep in range of my trusted associate.
Anything to make you happy. You're smart, Paul. I underestimated you. You might replace Mr. A. without my help. We'd better get started. It's a long trip.
There's no great hurry. Pardon me, sweetheart. But ever since I've known you, I've noticed that you have a habit of doing strange things. And always with that angelic smile on your face. Now, isn't that sweet?
I only wanted this. I'm afraid, Steve, only you and I knew how Mr. A died and when. Perhaps we have gone too far.
I just need a little time to take over the control of the organization. Tomorrow we'll leave for a cruise around the Mediterranean. Then we'll decide where to transfer the operating center.
All right, Steve. Now you are Mr. A. That stupid Bellamy began to frighten me.
Not for long, however.
I had no choice. It's a pity. he could still be useful to us.
No, on the contrary. Now that he's out of the way, nobody knows us or knows that we had the organization.
What should we do with the girl?
I've sent someone to pick her up. We'll keep her here with us as long as she's useful to us.
Excuse me, Professor. A gentleman wishes to see you.
Who is it?
He said his name was John Fulton.
I don't have time now.
Professor Dixon. Please excuse me. But I must have a word with you. The other day, you received a visit from the representative of an insurance company, which I also represent.
That's right. I remember.
He was to report back to me, but I haven't seen him since. In fact, no one has.
I'm afraid I don't see.
Perhaps you have some idea about where he was going afterwards.
Oh, yes, I have. Fortunately, Attorney Didiker, who was Mr. Falbridge's legal advisor and who continues to administer the estate, is here today. Perhaps he can help you.
In what way?
I referred your colleague to Didiker for further information. I believe he's on my yacht right now, if you'd like to see him.
I'll take care of her. You hurry to the yacht. The professor's there with the American.
This time it's the cat who's been caught in the mousetrap. Mr. B, I neglected to tell you that I'd already stopped off here on my way. Stop.
What can a poor mouse do to a cat?
It's too big for him. And you? What do you think you're going to do with me? Turn me over to the police? With what crime am I charged? What proofs are there? I have never robbed, and I have never killed anyone. And I am not falsifying my name. I have no police record. I wouldn't be a good catch for anyone, even your government. I haven't done anything, but I know a lot of things.
All right, you've convinced me. I assure you I don't find it easy to make certain decisions. But since I'm sure you'd get away with it, I'll take over the various functions myself. Police, judge, and jury. This was intended for Mr. A, but I find you have equally merited it. And so you have achieved your promotion, Mr. B, which was your motive for killing Dvorak.
No, I didn't kill him. It was Jackie Yen. You can't do a thing like that.
And besides, you need my information.
How did you ever find me?
I followed the trail of your pin.
But I don't have it. I left it in her car.
The ways of the Lord are mysterious indeed. What a pretty little trinket, with all this engraving on it. Levers and buttons, which sometimes you use and sometimes you don't. Let's see what happens now, huh?
No.
I can't wait to bring this to the Brain Trust in my office. Just think of all the entertaining variations they'll invent.
Fasten your seatbelts now.
I can't believe that I'm going back home again. I never thought the day would come when I'd begin to get nostalgic for poor Granny. It's a pity your leave is only for 1 month.
A month in Vienna can last a long time. 720 hours.
We won't waste one. There's a radio message for you, Mr. Ross.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Darling, even 24 hours can last quite a while if you know how to fill in the time.